Aware of that fact, the current Babata National Park was Caprivi Conservance Area in 1963 and became Caprivi Game Park in 1968, and now Babata since 1999. There are no historical facts or evidence to make this area part of the Kavango region. The white people who resided and still reside in Babata area have been denied economic development during the apartheid era and are now in independent Namibia. The area must be given a constituency which will be managed by the Kwe people for their economic and social development. The Constitution prohibits discrimination of people by any means. Why is Kwe people being discriminated against? The new Babata constituency has to be part and parcel of the Zambezi since this has been and continues to be so. The traditional community of the then Caprivi Game Park, Western Caprivi, was represented by their own headmen as part of the Mafwe Traditional Authority by Induna shortly before independence, making the Kwe people part and parcel of then Caprivi Traditional Authority. The Kwe people equally deserve to have their traditional authority to administer their affairs just like any other tribe in Namibia. Number 5, conclusion. We are aware that the fact that Mukwe constituency, which was part of the Caprivi Regional Council in 1992, was removed from Caprivi to Kavango because one of the members of that delimitation committee originated from Kavango and resides in the Ambukushu area, which was within the Mukwe constituency. We are equally aware that the chairperson of this delimitation committee could and can be conflicted in the situation. Can I continue?
Totally. Gentlemen, you are going to repeat that statement from the beginning. And I'm going to make one thing clear. We want to give you a hearing, but you also need to respect the rules that are not invented by us, but that are in the Constitution. I'm going to read to you Article 102, 1 and 2 of the Namibian Constitution. So when you are making your submission, make sure you observe that. Otherwise, I will tell you to sit down. Understand? Now, I'm going to read to you Article 102. I'm going to...
Let's listen to that article to be read.
Because Namibia has a supreme law, and it is the Constitution. I'm going to read to you what is in the Constitution, which is breaking this condition. Unless you don't have respect for the Constitution,
Commissioner Fano,
and this would have to be done in an orderly
Commissioner of the submission. So perhaps prompt the commissioners, please allow submissions as promised so that they make submissions. Just keep on noting. These are submissions. Thank you very much.
You can't hear anything.
Also, I said written submissions must be headed up like that. And you have only to summarize, don't read it for us. we can read. Could you just tell us? We have, look at this, we have many people here, and we want to allow everybody to say something. We want to allow everybody an opportunity to say something, and that is why you have here, why you came here. You want also to have a say. Yes. Time.
The conclusion number 5 reads as follows. We are aware that the fact that Mukwe constituency, which was part of the Kaprivi Regional Council in 1992, was removed from Kaprivi to Kavango because one of the members, that delimitation commission originated from Kavango and resides in Hambugushu area, which was within the Mukwe constituency. We equally aware that the chairperson of this delimitation commission could be conflicted in the situation of the re-establishing the boundary of Zambezi and Kavango regions to its original place. These demands must be endorsed, accepted, and acted upon by the Delimitation Commission as placed here because for too long the Zambezi region has been taken for granted and indirectly discriminated against using the political association, neglect, and denial of economic benefits that the people region deserve. Zambezi region's contribution to the liberation struggle is unparalleled and unquestionable. Why should we now be sidelined by giving our part of the Namibian land to another region or lumping our people into geographical vast consequences? That is my conclusion. I so submit. And also, I would like to give my subordinates if they have 2 or 3 ways to say. Thank you so much.
Right, Zambezi, this is our submission for today, and we are looking forward to hear more from our own residents. Thank you very much. So that was the submission from the Zambezi Youth, and we are looking forward to make sure that all demands are in order.
All right. So tell us, we are today here and tomorrow. We are going to listen from you. All right. I think Lisa wanted to know. Should I answer?
What the chairperson is trying to say, they are saying you are here to address them. But they are in no position to make a decision today. They are only here to capture. Then they will present that to the president. But they will not make a decision or argue with you.
Now, what the chairperson read is the provisions of the Act. The Regional Councils Act of 1992, as amended, in Section 5 of that Act, it says that when the Delimitations Commission is recommending new regions or changing of boundaries of regions, what is it that they need to look at? So it was not the terms of reference of the 1992 Commission. It was the provisions of the Regional Councils Act of 1992 as amended. I hope that is clear. in the Act it says that when the Commission is recommending new boundaries or new regions or new constituencies, they should look at A, B, C, D, and so on. And that's what the chairperson read. Now, we have had the first submission, and we would want to understand that submission. From our understanding so far, it is recommended that the boundaries between Zambezi region and Kavango East should be revisited and moved back. That's one recommendation. And then there is also a second recommendation of a new constituency. May I call the youth back, because we want to raise specific questions so that we understand that provision. Like, say for instance, when you are saying the boundary has to be moved back, you have to be very explicit and tell us that Mukwe currently is a constituency, and Mukwe is also the name of the town. What precisely are you having in mind? Where precisely in Mukwe? Those are some of the questions that we need to understand. And my first question is that you said you are making this submission on behalf of the youth. Then you need to tell us that as the youth, have you had meetings with the youth where, and possibly when you are making your final submission, written submission, if there is a record in terms of also meetings, attendance and all these things, would be very important evidence. Because when the president, when we are reporting, we have to tell the president that this is the evidence, these are some of the issues that came forward. And we are not asking that only here. We have asked it in all the regions where we have been. And we will also ask it in all the regions where we are going to. So just clarify the two proposals. A new constituency and the moving of the boundary between the two constituencies. Just be very specific. And guide us in terms of it should be moved from where it is now and up to this village or up to this town or up to this river or up to this mountain. Those would be the markers that we need to understand. Thank you very much. In the name of the new constituency, you also have to tell us that the constituency is supposed to have a town where the administration of that constituency. All this information, if you have done your homework, give us that information. Because you cannot leave it up to the commission now to say, almost, if you have the information, give it to us.
Our written, that we did, and they said they can read. Now what else do you still want us to submit again? Or either refer to? That is number one. The second issue here, you are saying we should specify the name of the constituency. We are still deliberating. It's not only us. If you can be patient enough to wait and hear what the written carries, then we are going to have conclusions. This is just the beginning.
And also, in addition to that, I heard something like didn't the youth came together and meet? Yes, we did, as the petition consists with 35 signatures. Yes, you can read the petition now. Thank you so much.
My name is Dr. Kwala. I'm a resident of Capital, which we have to dissolve very soon. And I'm a resident of Zambezi region.
Mr. Kwala, we are still seized with the petition submission of the youth. So if the youth finished, okay, then you are going to give the floor to somebody else.
I'm part of the news. We did this
Written submission. Summarize. I thought, you know, the one who, was it not you who read the petition or the other one?
I'm not submitting anything. You're asking questions.
No, we are, you see, you have to tell us. Okay, this is not really anything to tell you. You know, we are here to listen from you.
You already made a point here. We hear you very well. So don't come and disturb the people. The mandate is just simple. Come and get the people's opinion, then you put it on record. Dr. Kampama have already made a statement. He was already presenting. You asked him 2 questions that we need to clarify. So that's why I want to tell you, like, the Bawanda constituency is one of the proposed names. Reversing back to Mukuvi should be adopted. For instance, because the previous meditation committee did not consult the public. The hijacking of people's rights was conducted, it was used. We know there was a prison trial. It is the only region where there was a conflict that triggered international community to intervene. People died, people were displaced. Now, that one gave a high authority in the government of the republic to provide security over the land. But it was not supposed to give the opportunity to people to take all other people's land without consultation. You must understand very well. So now, when we are investing back to Mukuvi, it's not about rebellion, it's not about segregation or discriminating or taking part of this country, Namibia, from the rest of the other parts. You must understand very well. There is nothing that matters, the Kabango people, or even the chief of the promotion to do what he is doing. There is nothing that matters. The constitution that you are trying to read, the last page, repeals all the administration of the Caprican, Kabangos, Obamaland, Reobos, and everything was seized in 1989. And Namibia became one. So the extension of Kabangos into Caprican state was illegal.
All right.
You understand? So the reason why we are telling you to take it back. The reason why we are telling you to take it back is not political. This is a social demand.
Right, okay, thank you.
Yeah, so the two statements, I made them clear, very short and very brief. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Another submission.
You see, the other is where we were. What we did is, we went from one constituency to another constituency. But now I hear from the floor, so the first submission was dealing with the region itself, the region. So maybe the creation of a new region or a second region. So if there is someone who wants to what the youth say about the region, creation of a new region, okay, maybe let's finish with the region itself. And then after the region, then we can go to constituencies. All right.
Thank you very much.